Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast. At Healthy Steps Nutrition, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. We know that helping your clients become the best and healthiest versions of themselves isn't just about what they eat or coming to the gym a few hours a week. We, as gym owners and coaches, have to focus on a holistic approach, looking at support systems, stress management, sleep, mindset, lifestyle, and of course, exercise and nutrition. I'm your host, Nicole Coyne, registered dietitian and founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, CrossFit HSN, and HSN Mentoring. I'm also the author of The Basics of Nutrition Coaching, CrossFit Preferred Nutrition course. In this podcast, I'm going to teach you how to make one step at a time to becoming the best nutrition coach and building an awesome habit-based coaching program. Today, we are talking with Heather for SEO Part 2. If you missed Part 1, I recommend you go back because those are the simple, easy strategies. Creating a Google My Business account, what you need to do to make the most out of your Google My Business account so that when people Google nutrition coach near me or CrossFit gym near me or fitness facility near me, they will find you. Go back and listen to that episode. I'll give you a hint. You need Google reviews. And also, we are not getting away from short form video. I mean, TikToks, Reels, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, all of those things, we're not getting away from it. We need to start making them. If you are looking for Instagram templates, go to HSN_mentoring on Instagram and follow us. We put Instagram templates out related to fitness and nutrition every single day, almost all the time. So go ahead and follow us and you can see those awesome templates there. All right, today's episode. Heather Cadeau is a mentor on our team. She helps us run the Nutrition Challenge Intensive. She also helps with SEO and helps gym owners with SEO. She's amazing. So today we are talking about how to do the next level of SEO related to blogs, keywords, and of course, your website. If you are doing your own website or you have some random person doing your website, write notes for this podcast. If you use a company like PushPress, they are already doing this for you and they're killing it. So you are saving yourself some time here. But I will say adding blogs and backlinking will also help you. And Heather's going to get all into that in today's episode. We're going to get to that episode right after this message though. All right, we are so close to hosting our one-day Nutrition Challenge Intensive. If you're an HSN mentoring client, please join us. It is absolutely free for you to join the one-day challenge intensive. We want you to be there so we can help you get everything you need to plan, launch, and execute your next nutrition challenge in January. Please do not wait till the holidays when you're super busy and don't want to do it to plan your nutrition challenge. Let us help you plan it now. If you are not an HSN mentoring client and you love our podcast, want help, want to save time, not reinvent the wheel, and want to run a challenge in January, habit-based nutrition challenge, we would love to help you. The one-day challenge intensive is a standalone offering, so you don't have to be a part of HSN mentoring to join this. It is a one-time fee of $4.99, and we will give you everything you need start to finish to plan, launch, and execute your next nutrition challenge. From marketing materials to client resources to tips to increase engagement, and most importantly, use the challenge to convert people to ongoing coaching so you can avoid the challenge trap. We'd love to see you there. Click the link in the show notes so that you can sign up and lock in your spot today. All right, let's get to this episode with Heather. Enjoy. Heather, welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast.
I'm happy to be here.
We are on part 2 of this SEO series. Part 1, we talked about the lowest hanging fruit, making a Google My Business account, uploading good photos, quality photos on there that highlight the services that you offer, share success stories, smiley, happy people that are like the ideal clients that you're attracting. We talked about Google reviews, specific tips to help you increase your SEO for nutrition through Google reviews. So if you missed that episode, go back and listen. Then we also ended that episode talking about short form video, TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all the things that gym owners should be doing because that's going to get more people finding out about your business, how you can help people, and just building that relationship with those people. So We nailed that stuff, part one. Now we're doing a little bit higher level things. And I will say there are companies that do the first thing that we're talking about for you. So we'll definitely talk about the company that you and I both work with that will help you. But let's dive into some of the higher level stuff related to SEO.
Yeah. So the first thing, it's your website, right? People are going to visit your website when they're looking for a gym. And when you pop up in Google in searches, they're going to check it out, right? And they're going to be able to see it more prevalently if you actually pop up in the search engine, right? And by doing that, you'll get more clients. So I think it's super important that gym owners, nutrition coaches focus on a website, and in particular, keywords that are going to draw people in. And that's kind of where, this comes in. And it's one of those things that creating a website is hard enough on its own, and it can be sometimes expensive, right? But it is one of those things that's really important.
I had a free call with a gym owner who was interested in running HSN yesterday. And the first thing I do when people book free calls is I look on their website. I want to see what's going on with the business. What services do you offer right now? Like, where are you at? That's my representation of what you do. And I got on the call and he was like, introduced himself. And I said, I had a chance to go to your website, but I'd love to hear from you. And he goes, oh my gosh, you went to that? I haven't updated it in a really long time. Like, that's super embarrassing. And I'm like, man, like, that's the first impression that everyone has of your business. And if you don't have time to keep it updated and, you can make quick edits, you need to partner with a company that can do that for you. You and I both use PushPress, and PushPress Grow is a really great company because they have the member management software, but then they have Grow, which is the website in your CRM. So someone opts in and you can have automations through email and text message to make sure that no one falls through the cracks. And they do a lot of research around SEO, and Dan like super geeks out about this. So like they're all about it. But if you don't have the capacity and time and you don't have someone to do it for you, go with a company like PushPress where they can do it all for you.
Yeah. Yeah. When PushPress was great, they optimized some keywords related to our area. And when you build a website with them, they're going to ask you all these prompting questions so that they know what to search for in your area, and they know, the things that you're trying to provide, the services that you're trying to provide. So for example, if you go to my particular homepage on Live Active 563, it'll say CrossFit Gym in Bettendorf. All right. So CrossFit Gym, keyword, main page, right? And then my location, Bettendorf, Iowa. So those are two important things, because when people search for somewhere to go, they're going to be searching in that particular area. And those keywords are optimized on each service page that's in my website. So like for our boot camp, wet boot camp in Bettendorf, Iowa, boot camp classes in Bettendorf, Iowa. And, there's some coding that goes behind those keywords. They're called H1 tags, and they're on each page. And that's what your web provider is going to help you with. But they're super important.
Absolutely. I think one of the mistakes I see gym owners make when they're adding nutrition in is they only put nutrition on one nutrition page that's like back behind something far away that maybe someone falls into, versus making it super prevalent on the main page. Hey, this is how I help people with nutrition, fitness, accountability, and whatever that fitness modality is. Okay, great. Specify it. Or if you do personal training, group fitness, boot camp, like that could all be looped into fitness. And the truth is when someone opts into your business, they're probably not signing up for personal training, boot camp, or CrossFit right away. Like, capture the lead and then figure out what's the best option for them.
Yeah. Yep. And, capturing that lead is all going to come down to if you showed up when people searched for you.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. In making it so that it's in your city. I remember talking to Dan, the founder of PushPress, and he's like, Nicole, most people search gym near me. So if you don't have your city in there, people are not going to be able to know that you're the CrossFit gym in that city, and you're not going to be able to pop up as high. So like, put your city name everywhere. So when people search gym near me, you start populating for those searches.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Anything else regarding keywords that you would talk about? Let's pretend people for some reason don't use push press grow and they're trying to do it on their own. Any other tips that you would have for people related to kind of a do-it-yourself version for website and
Yeah.
keywords?
Yeah, like if you're optimizing your website on your own, there's something I'm going to assume that you're somewhat tech savvy. Okay, so there's something called Google Search Console, and you can access that for your web page or web pages, however many websites, however many that you have. And when you do that, Google Search Console is going to tell you what people are searching for that you actually pop up for. So, if somebody's searching for Gym Quad Cities, and you look at your Google Search Console, it's going to show the date that they searched for that. It's going to show if they clicked on it, right? How many clicks you got to that search. And it's going to show if it actually just populated in the search, but they didn't click on it. And I think that's a really important tool that anybody can access, that's overlooked. And it's free. You just connect your website to it. And everybody has a hosting provider. So if you're not sure how to do that, there's Google again has complete instructions online. So I think that that's a free tool that everybody should be using.
I love that. So simple strategy. I would also say like, go back to your website. Like, is it accurately describing the services that you offer? I think one of the biggest mistakes gym owners make, and one of the things I did back in 2018 was went through the Story Brand Guide certification. They kind of teach you like, how do you wireframe? How do you basically structure a website so that people understand the problem that you're solving and how you can help them? And so many businesses will make a website that's all about them, all the credentials you have, all the stuff you've got, all the things that you have and why you started this business. I'm sorry, but no one really cares about that. They care that they have a problem and can you solve that problem? So go back to your website. Like, is it clear the problems that you solve? Do you highlight the Google reviews that people have said that you've solved that problem? And do you call them to action with one clear thing? Like, what do you want people to do when they go to your website? For most businesses, it's book a free intro, or for us and many of the gyms that use our program will say apply for coaching. The reason why I say apply for coaching is I just want to capture people's information and then they're prompted to book a free intro. So they're still being, their step number 2 is book a free intro, but I just want to capture the information. And what happens a lot of times is people will say like, yep, I want to book a free intro. And then they've got 5 kids running around or they're doing other things and they don't know exactly the appointment time that they can make. And then they leave the page, abandon it, and you've never captured that information. So now you're missing a potential person. And the other thing I will say regarding website and the reason why so many gyms are losing money is that they don't have an efficient way like Grow that has automations that you're so fast and someone submits information. That means they're looking right now and they want help now. Like everyone, we are also spoiled from Amazon, right? Like we order something and it's here within a couple hours or by the next day. And if your business doesn't follow up with people for 2-3 days, like they've already moved on to the next business. I recorded a podcast with Dan and he said when he moved to Vegas, he said, I searched CrossFit gyms in the area and I reached out to a bunch of them. And I said to myself, I'm going to pick the gym that follows up with me first and like gets me in there first. And that's what he ended up doing. All these other gyms lost the business and they don't know, like no one knows, especially with CrossFit, no one understands that every CrossFit's different. They think like, oh, this CrossFit, it's CrossFit, right? So like, if your business isn't following up with people and you don't have systems and you've got like Post-it notes of all the people that have reached out, like you need to upgrade your system so that you make more money and can impact more people.
Yeah. And that's very interesting. He searched in Google where to go, right? And the first one that popped up is the one that he went to. You know how many people do that? Lots of people do that. One tip here I do suggest that people do is search for yourself like you're a consumer. What do you pop up for? Do you have boot camp classes? Type in boot camp classes near me. Type in nutrition services near me. Type in, all those things that you want to show up for. And if you're not showing up for, then optimize that on your website or work with your provider and talk to them on how to do it.
All right. So, and this is something we actually at like our HQ location, you're working with us to do this in step number 2. So we've got the website optimized, but there are a lot of people that pay Google money so that they pop up, which means you need to be extra mindful of how you're going to be able to rank for things. And we did gym nutrition challenge, right? Like that was one of the searches that you did. And what was interesting is our website, I don't remember where it was, but I wrote a blog for Push Press last year about it. And that was one of the top searches, like not even our website, a blog that I wrote for them was one of the top searches. And I think this is an interesting thing that we could talk about, related to blogging. Like it's not just your website. You can guest blog on other websites and still gain authority for whatever you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So I took this course, which has gotten me all the education I know about blogging, Blog Growth Engine. And it's taught me so much, and we can link to that in the show notes. But if you want to learn how to blog and you want to learn how Google prioritizes searches and all these things, it's a great course. But anyway, keywords are so important, right? And it's this fight. It's like people are scrapping in Google to be on the first page of Google, because how often, even when you do searches, do you click to page 2, 3, 4? Like I honestly do click to page 2. Even before this course, I would click to page 2, but beyond that, I didn't really, click to page 2. So ultimately, you want to show up on the first page, predominantly. And so when I was doing some research for you, I'm like, we need to be on the first page of some of these keywords. Like we need to be on the nutrition coach certification, all these things, right? So yeah, you can write blogs and use keywords that you want to rank for to show up in Google. And I think that when you're a gym owner and you've got some of these other things dialed in, blogging is a great way to get yourself in front of people. And it's a long-term thing. Being consistent is hugely important, right? And formatting how you write your blog is important too. But step one is just starting to write.
So when you think about blogging, another thing that you can do if you're making for HSN mentoring clients, we'll just hypothetically, like we give you video scripts, right? Could you not use that video script and put it on your website and then put some tips and then the call to action at the end, book a consultation? If you look at any of our blogs, there's always a call to action at the end for us to capture people's information so that we can call them to action after that for a paid service. Same thing with like the virtual nutrition seminars, right? Like this is something that we give every gym to do those. You host a virtual seminar, then you can turn it into an evergreen funnel where you have a form that people grow, right? Like a form, push press grow form where people fill it out and then they're redirected to the page with a recording. I would recommend a shortened recording, and you have them watch a video of you talking about whatever for 15 minutes, call them to action, a book a free intro, and come into your facility. So there's ways to leverage blogs, not just to gain authority, which is important, but also to capture leads that are reading your blog that are interested and want to take the next step with you, but maybe aren't ready to like buy your services yet.
And when people are searching for you on Google and they pull up your website and they see that you have blogs related to different topics on services that you're selling, they're like, oh, these guys are smart. Like they kind of know what they're doing. And next level stuff, like if you go onto the HSN blogs on either site, videos that Nicole and some of the dietitians have done are in those blogs, right? And so those will pull up in searches too. And those also show your consumer and your clients, yeah, gosh, these guys are great. I definitely do want to book this free intro, right? It shows that it builds integrity for you and your business.
Can we talk about backlinks? Well, first explain what a backlink is, and then talk about why should people, if they are blogging, leverage the power of backlinks?
Yeah. Yep. So definitely advanced topic. One of the hardest things for bloggers to get is a backlink. And the reason why it's important, because Google has all these little people or little robots that go out and they analyze different blogs or pages on websites, right? And they rank you based on a factor called backlinking. So like, let's say I write a blog for Nicole and it's on nutrition challenges. And then some gym owner is interested in nutrition challenges and they decide this blog is really cool. I'm going to link it and share it with my users. Okay. So it shows authority to Google when people link to your blog pages, and then you get boosted up higher in the ranking because Google's like, oh my gosh, these guys are really smart. They've got like 5 or 10 people linking to this one article. It must be a really good article. I'm going to show it more when people search for nutrition challenges or whatever keyword is in that article. And that's why it's important, right? Because you can show up higher or on the first page.
And, if yes, of course you can do it in your own business, right? Backlink to other blogs that you've done or pages that you've done in your own website, like in your little bubble. But then if you're guest blogging, let's say you have a partnership with someone and you're with whatever, a wellness facility, and you guest blog about nutrition and you link back to one of your blogs. Now that's a really good option that, again, it's telling this website is talking about this company. You're going to increase your SEO. So you can control it a little bit too, and not just sit there and wait. When is someone going to link to one of my blogs? No, like go out,
reach out to people.
If you want to make it happen, then do it.
Do it. Yeah. Like, it would be if you wrote a guest blog for some organization, some dietitian organization, and you wrote an article for them, and then you linked back to one of the articles on your site. That's called a backlink, right? And it's a great way to partner with people and to share authority with people, and both people win, right? They would get the benefit of you writing a really good educational piece for their site, and then you get the benefit of them linking to you to show who you are and what your authority is in that subject. So it's a great thing. And it builds relationships in your field too, which is awesome.
I love it. Any other tips that you have related to website and blogging as we wrap up today?
Right. I think the number one thing is get your website optimized first, right? Because that's going to be huge when people are searching for you. And if you don't have a provider for that, please reach out to Nicole or I. We can help you, right? Obviously, we love push press. But if that's not in your realm, we have some other resources too. And once you get that done, start writing blogs. There's so many subjects. If you're an HSN client, use the resources and topics that we have in your monthly content. It doesn't even have to be the exact same thing, but you can write. You have to make it your own content. You can't plagiarize, and you have to put your own spin on it. But the idea is there. We have so many ideas for you. We can help you.
Awesome. At the end of the day, if you are increasing the amount of people that find out about you, then more people are going to start trusting you and want to do business with you. And at the big picture here, we all have dedicated our lives to helping people get healthy and fit. And the more people that we can impact is going to be directly related to the amount of people that find us online. So, all of this stuff is coming down to one thing. Like, you have to be relevant online so more people can find out about you and understand how you can help them solve whatever problem they're looking to solve. So hopefully you take these tips and run with them. Heather, thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
On the podcast. Thank you for writing all the blogs for us and helping. And, this is a really great example of, hey, maybe you have a coach who's passionate about this, or maybe you have a nutrition coach. If you're a gym owner, don't feel like you have to do it all yourself. We are outsourcing some of this to Heather because I'm like, hey, I can't do it and you're really good at it. Let's partner together so that we can start seeing the results that we want. So at the end of the day, that we can all impact more people. So Heather, thank you for all that you do.
You bet. Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed that episode with SEO. You might have seen a theme over the past few months. We had Macy Robinson from StoryBrand come on and talk about creating content. It really tied right into today's episode where we talked about how to take that content and turn it into a blog. Here's the deal. You don't have time to reinvent the wheel. And if you can take one piece of content and use it in multiple ways, I highly recommend that you do it. Let me give you an example. If you make a nutrition tip video on one simple recipe that I guarantee that you'll love, and you make that recipe video, super simple, egg roll in a bowl at Healthy Subs Nutrition, very, very simple recipe. It is ground turkey, coconut aminos, and coleslaw. You put it all together and cook it, super simple. You can get the exact ingredients and directions if you go to healthysubsnutrition.com. Let's say you make a reel about that. You upload it to a YouTube short or a YouTube video, and you can put that video on your blog and make a blog about a simple, healthy recipe. People love healthy recipes. If you want people to go from your social media to your website or from your email to your website, put some healthy recipes on your site. If you're an HSN mentoring client and you don't have recipes on your website, you need to do that. Go ahead and ask your website developer to get those on your site. It's a great way to get people to your website. Well, today we talked all about increasing SEO. I hope that you go through your website and take a look. Now, one of the things that we do at HSN Mentoring is during the second call, I actually do that marketing call, most of them, and I go through people's websites. We do an audit. Are you super clear with your website? Is it actionable? Do you talk about yourself? Or are you talking about your clients? Are you showing success stories? Are you sharing testimonials on your website? You need simple strategies to make your website super effective so people can look at it and clearly know how you help them. If your website only talks about the certifications that you have and the things that you do, you are missing the mark here. People aren't going to understand how your certification is going to help them feel better, get in better shape, transform their health, lose weight, whatever they're looking to accomplish. So if you're looking for more help with that, we would love to help you. It is part of the training process for HSN Mentoring. Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. I am so excited. Next week, we just launched our APN partnership. And next week, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that because it's super cool. We have a huge opportunity to help more CrossFit gym owners deliver a professional nutrition coaching program in their gym. So make sure you subscribe, leave us a review so that this podcast can reach more people, and we'll see you back here next week.